Welcome to part 4 of modifying an F-86 Sabre. Speed brakes, part B. Well, look at that. I got them covered with fabric. They look pretty good, both sides. Let me show you how this works. It took a bit duplicating, and I found some ways to improve it as I duplicated the other half. Look at that. See that? Let me turn it this way so you can see it from the rear. Not bad, is it? And all I did was move those servos forward. And as you see, that's how they work. They're both servos, mini servos here, with push rods going back to control the speed brakes. It closes up pretty good, too. Now, I ran across one problem. Now, I covered the outside of the to save weight, I covered the outside of the speed brakes with fabric. Now, the inner half, I did put some epoxy with some carbon fiber to reinforce. That way it kind of saved weight with all the epoxy on one side and the iron-on fabric on the other. Now, here's where I ran into the problem. When I went to shrink the fabric, my trusty old heat gun burned out. I've had this heat gun from the very beginning. I mean from the very beginning. Back in the mid-80s when I got started in this. It's from the old Royal, if you guys remember Royal, from the old Royal company. Made in Taiwan. 115, 1000 watt. Now it heats up, but the motor doesn't turn. So my guess is the motor might be burned out. I might be able to wire something up in there in the meantime, but I'll worry about it later. I come up with another way of shrinking that fabric. But that's the only thing that's holding me up right now. Is a burned out heat gun. But that does look good, doesn't it? Nice tight seal on both sides. So, I figured I'd show you guys how this looks. Next weekend, we got a 3-day weekend, with the Labor Day weekend. I'll make a couple of videos showing the assembly of the tail and putting on the elevators and the rudder, getting everything hooked up even with the thrust tube. In the meantime, if you're not on the East Coast being battered by the hurricane, well, enjoy the weather and good flying to you.